Yeah. Do you have sound now? So you can hear it? Watch what you say. You can hear us. I got sound now. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I really don't. I tried to turn this into, where it would work right, and then it started acting all weird. Excellent. I don't know how sound happened. Yes, you can hear me now. New message. All right. Now, because I said I was going to do this, I was going to hit the super chats, and luckily I still have the super chats here because I couldn't leave you guys hanging without it. I'm hoping that the stream comes back up. Turn your phone. No, if I turn my phone, look what happens. Orientation is locked. See, I'm all I'm all backwards and stuff. See, so it tells me to go back. See, you go, oop, stroke. No, no, young Magoo, that's not going to happen. Yeah, sound mods, stop the spam. Well, yeah, mods. I can't do anything right now. So if I've got some mods in here, just be mindful. Be mindful that we're halfway crazy here, and bad things will happen. So let me hit these super chats because I meant to do this before it shut. Everything went to shite, but of course I didn't get a chance to. I wanted to give a shout out to Maybe Not because she was just like, hey, I thought my hearing aids were bad. No, Ibanez. No, this is this right here. Oh, sorry. So I've got a Maestro bass. Maestro. Maestro. Okay. That one's a Maestro. That's an Epiphone. Okay. And then we've got an Ernie Ball Music Man right back here in the corner. And then over here is a Takamine bass. That is a Telecaster. So we've got all of those. I don't know why I'm using this microphone. It ain't gonna work worth a damn. Aw, I have a story. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, Yamaha. I got you. I got you. Everything's gone all crazy, weird, and everything. Thank you, Young Magoo, for coming by. Honestly, I wish somebody would help you out. Well, I don't know if I can help anybody out right now. I mean, my internet went poof, like right in the middle of the stream. What was it? What is this message right here? Stop playing. I'll run up in your house and take all them instruments. I don't think so, Gio. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Oh, there we go. Stop playing. I'll run up in your house, take all your instruments. You're not gonna get up in my house. Trust me. That would be a bad thing to do. Do I like K-pop? Do I like K-pop? Well, it depends. I mean, K-pop can be really good. I swooped in so fast, though. I have my cape. I forgot my underwear. It happens. It happens. It happens. I have a story. It does happen. It gets really weird. It gets really weird. These late nights whenever you're just kicking back, having a good time, enjoying things. Yeah, did Megan mute you? No, no. Everything else is going really funky tonight. Hey, everyone, double tap on the screen, show Papa Nut some love. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, Fran. I appreciate you. How are you, Shizzy? What's up, chat? Everything went to crap. How's that? Everything went completely like screwy on me. So I'm doing good, considering that my everything went to hell like an handbasket right in the middle of doing a stream. I was having so much fun. I had chats coming in. People were hanging out. I had one that came in for Maybe Not. It was a $5 super chat saying punishment wheel goals. Well, there's your punishment. You totally punished me. And then we've got, let's see, there was another one that came in that was Maybe Not, says spin the wheel. I don't have a wheel to spin. Um, Also, Maybe Not gave some gifted memberships and also a $20 super chat, which I've hit that one already. Hey, Uncle Buck, good to see you. Good to see you. Blame Jeremy. I totally will blame Jeremy. It's all his fault because I didn't cause this. I didn't start this fire. I didn't start this fire. I can guarantee you everything everything just went to crap like in the past hour. Like my wife sends me this message and it's like did our internet go down? It's almost Amish now. Slightly. I mean, I'm working on it. The only problem is I don't believe in doing the whole sex before marriage and stuff like that. And then so also had Georgie. Georgie came in. She gave a $2 super chat just because I missed the pop of nut. Thank you. Your boyfriend is playing video games about 3 hours a day. Does have a good job, but thinking of dumping him over it. No, Tizzy Tiz. No, no, no. Here's what you do. You say, hey, if you're wanting to do nothing but play video games, then we can have a talk about that. Let the man have a little bit of exercise. Let him exercise his brain a little bit. Sometimes you need that. And you could also just tell him, hey, maybe cut it down to an hour a day. Work on that, and then work on your relationship together. You should be able to communicate with him. That's the bad thing. Yeah, you should be able to communicate with your boy and say, hey, we're all here having fun. You want to get a little noogie noogie. You might want to like put down the video game controller. I know it only takes a couple of minutes, out of your day, but you can put those fingers to better use. Just saying. Congrats on the football game. Well, thanks, Vice Baby. No, and I will say that the Vols did a wonderful job today. Last night. They played really damn hard, and I was pretty sure that they had the game. Your wife and boys play video games together, sometimes 12 hours a day on weekends. She's just as good as they are. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, everybody gets upset about video games. Yeah, you shouldn't get upset about those. Just know that it's the way that it goes. Sometimes it's fun to get involved in it and play a little bit. Vols and Titans both lost this week. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if we weren't playing the Vols, I root for them. So because I got a lot of friends there. You stink at video games. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in stinking at video games. Trust me, I've been playing video games for years, and most of them I suck really bad at. Give them Aggies. Well, yeah, didn't the Aggies win this weekend? I think they did. I'm pretty sure that they won this weekend. And what I'm doing in the process of all of this is I'm shutting down my game because everything went wonkers on me. And the last thing that I saw was from Maybe Not that said, "Hi, Southern Red Sox girl." Well, welcome, Southern Red Sox girl. And I'm sorry that everything went to hell. Go Dogs! Tennessee did play a great game. Yes, yes, they did, they did. And I was really impressed with when did they get 2 interceptions? Man, no, it's not the circuit breaker. There's an outage in my area, I guess, is what happened, and it went to hell in a handbasket. And it tells me that it's still trying to reconnect. I don't know if it's going to happen. So I've changed my screen on there. If it does reconnect, I'll see if it happens. Hey, Southern Red Sox girl, you're back. Yeah, yours was the last message that I got, Southern Red Sox girl. I'd just like to subscribe to you and was wondering if you can add me to the live stream because I've never been invited to a live stream before. Well, Victoria, we don't really do that here. I usually have to vet people before I do a live stream, so I don't just add random people on there. Also, because what happens is sometimes you don't vet people, and then you end up with like, somebody showing their ween or something like that, or their boobs. And I'm not doing that to, get my thing on, but I was just telling Tizzy to do that. Ah, so you were Oh man, you were at Neyland Saturday? Heartbreaking loss, but it was a fun game to be at. Yeah, it was a heartbreaking loss, but man, I mean, I my wife was looking at me and she was going, I swear to God, they just won this game. Um, I don't do that, and I'm a girl. Hey, no, that's fine. I like I said, I don't invite people onto streams unless I've vetted them. It's there's a reason for that, because everyone looks at this. And "Oh, anybody can do this, yeah. Hey, it's just it's 3:54 in the morning, and you're awake with a toothache. Oh, I know that feeling too. I had a tooth that was abscessed. Oh man, that was the most painful thing. Can you bet me? Can you bet me? Well, I think you mean vet you. No, I can't really vet you right now. Not not currently. I can't vet anybody. But it's one of those things where I check out other people's channels. I see if there's somebody that I want to have on. Sometimes it's just to have those kinds of conversations. But you're always welcome to hang out. You know, the chat is here. I keep my people really close whenever I'm doing these things, just because you know all kinds of weird crap happens out here sometimes. Takes about 30 minutes for the Wi-Fi to reboot after the power comes back on. Well, the power didn't go out. That's the thing. The power did not go out. Just the internet service went down. So it's something on their end, and they actually found there's an outage. They're working on getting it restored. So it may come back up. I don't know. You're trying to reach 10,000? Well, excellent, excellent. Well, go check out Victoria's channel, um, and give it a little bit of love. I'm trying to hit 10K also, so sweet. Maybe we'll both hit 10K at the same time. Wouldn't that be wonderful? It's sort of like a mutual. Never mind. We're gonna go say that. Yeah, definitely give who's my provider. I'm not giving that away either. But no, it's not cable. So let's put it that way. I've got fiber going into my house, so it's something to do with the fiber. We'll figure it out. It's okay. It'll be fine. It'll come out and be good. Hey, Beast, good to see you. Hey, Zach, how you doing, man? Yeah, normally I don't do these vertical streams, but I was just like, screw it. I mean, I actually have internet through my cell phone, and it really sucks trying to write backwards. I guarantee you, it sucks trying to write backwards. It is horrible. I just gave you a like and subscribe. Well, thank you, Tiz. Am I a musician? Um, well, I used to be somewhat of a local musician. Nobody popular. I mean, it was one of those where you do this for enough years. I've toured, let's see, all over the South, California to Florida. So, did you see a moron posted a song making fun of Charlie getting deleted, and YouTube hasn't done anything about it? I mean, it is you can still do that legally. You can still mock, and it sucks. It sucks. You only have 131 videos. That's awesome, Victoria. Congratulations. I've got I've been doing this for going on 3 years now, and so I've run into some crazy stuff. He's not a musician; he's a bass player. Hey, I can play some guitar too. Damn it! You can say that you're a bass player. Well, I can play bass, drums, guitar. I can't play horns. It's something about the lips. I just don't do those. Oh, thank you very much, Yamaha, for timing him out. You can time him out for call 911. Your internet was turned off. Yeah, I'm not calling 911. Trust me, that's not going to happen. I don't do that if my internet goes out. Can you please give me a shout out, please, 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 Victoria. You've got the shout out. You've already got the shout out. Go check out Victoria. Show her some love. Maybe she'll get some love. Hey, Shizzy, notification. That's because I just started the stream up because I could come on using my using my cell, And I was right in the middle of doing a stream whenever my internet went boom. I got a message from my wife. It was like, because I was like, why is my phone going off? I look over and my phone's going off, and she's like, did you turn off the internet? What did you do? And then I looked, and I was like, oh, my stream is disconnected. It's attempting to reconnect. We'll see. This is great. Thank you. Well, excellent, Anne. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Um, I hate. I still hate that it falls under banning rules. Uh, yeah, it is still hate. I mean, I haven't seen the video, and I usually try to avoid stuff like that. Could you hang with, if you could hang with one rock star or musician, who would it be? Um, wow, man, that's an odd one. Because I mean, I've hung out with Jim Belushi. I've hung out with Johnny Colt from Black Crowes. I've hung out with Ray Charles. Um, I've 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 met people that have photographed musicians. I've I've hung out with, geez, the amount of musicians. I've met the guys from Cheap Trick, Bullet Boys, Lily and Axe. That was a band out of Texas. Um, I mean, I've worked in around musicians for quite some time. I've met quite a few of them, and I will tell you that probably some of the most fun people that I've had hanging around with. Geez, like some of the best times that I've had hanging around musicians. It was probably like the Country Stampede that I worked in. What was that, 2001? So it was like Charlie Daniels band was playing. Um, and I mean, there's good people. I haven't met Meatloaf. Yeah, Black Crowes. Yeah, Johnny Colt. Good people. I've met him, his wife, his kid, and um, I've run into a lot of musicians in Atlanta because that's where I'm located at there, as you can tell. But I've met a lot of musicians in Atlanta. Um, I mean, it's good stuff. It's just whenever you work around musicians, you tend to run into quite a few of them all the time. It's not anything abnormal. I mean, you might go, oh my gosh, you met so and so. So it's like, yeah, I mean, they're still humans. They're still humans, and you got good and bad in all of them. I mean, not everyone's going to be perfect. Hello, evening. The live is different. Yeah, Megan, I'm sorry. My internet went down. It tells me that it's still trying to connect. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to reconnect or what. It may. You'd hang out with Jelly Roll. Yeah, that would probably be a pretty good one. I would probably. I mean, if I had to hang out with anybody, um, I'd probably like to hang out with. Jeez, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't know. I mean, it would be whoever was there. When you're 7 years old, you got to hang out with the most famous singer in the world while his tour bus was being fixed, but we weren't allowed to have pics take one. Yeah, that happens. 72, when his bus broke down. That could have been, let's see, that would have probably been Elvis, most likely. I had a friend of mine that her sister, I mean, she had to understand, she was in her 70s or 80s at the time. She said she hung out, she actually she dated Elvis like way back. And yeah, it was. And they were pen pals for the longest time. She had like letters um, that were, you know, came in from him all the time, and they weren't like love letters or anything. They dated for a short period of time, and then he moved on or whatever. You know how it is whenever young, and but they still remained friends, which was really cool. And he used to write her letters all the time. And I think she had probably like 30 or 40 letters from him over, a period of time. 72. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. I'd say I mean, like I said, I've just met a lot of musicians. A lot of, it wouldn't really be the musicians that I would want to hang out with. It would be more the people that work backstage, the sound man, the crew, because those are the people that really make the show go well. Hey, what about you? Good to see you. Hi. Yeah, Calvin just gave it away. He said it was Elvis. It was Elvis and that makes sense. You don't want to have those pictures out there. Hey, Wanda, his bus was being repaired in the bus repair shop in Renovo, Pennsylvania. Wow. Your parents think that Elvis Presley was the greatest performer and entertainer that ever lived. That could be. That could be. Uh, I mean, Elvis was pretty much the man, man. Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Good to see you. Uh, yeah, I mean, you got to have a lot of respect for these guys that have been, that have taken it to a level that few will ever achieve. And I've talked with people. I've never been to Graceland, which is something that I'll have to do at some point in time. But I've never been to Graceland. But I hear that it's sort of a little gaudy in a way. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, I've never been there. So once I find it out, I'll share with you guys my outlook on it. But you also have to understand, 70s decor would be a little gaudy. He was fun to hang out with. Oh, about 10 kids hanging out. Awesome. Awesome. I like that. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, like I said, I just want to let everybody know that the stream is still, it's showing that it's running here. It's saying that it's reconnecting. I don't know if I'll have internet backup. I did want to give a shout out to all the fine folks that came in and gave like that wonderful super chat. It was really nice of you guys. But like I said, my interwebs went completely down. Yeah, it was so right now I am on just cell service, and for whatever reason, my crap isn't working like it should. It's not rotating. Um, I don't know. I guess I could probably figure it out if I did enough of this stuff, but I don't normally do these. Yeah, it doesn't tell me how I can rotate my camera to the other way. If I turn it, what happens is this happens, and it says rotate device back. So it just it's funky. It's weird. So hi, how you doing? I mean, I could probably grab my instrument and play some music. Uh, maybe. What's this thing do? See, I don't know what these buttons do. I really don't know. I've got all these buttons on the side that tell me I can do all kinds of stuff. And see, like that. But nothing. Like if I hit that one, it turns off my video. So that's weird. I'm pretty sure. Tug had to shut his stream down completely and restart his stream. Oh, we have weather warning at the moment. They have threatened tornadoes in the UK. Well, I could do that. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I've got I've got a crazy day ahead of me tomorrow. I got my instrument. It's all out of tune and everything. So I mean, I got this here, but probably not even hear that. Oh, that is way out of tune. Oh, that's way out. Yeah, see, that made it worse. Damn it, big fingers. That's close. dog has fleas. Oh, what? Hey, you can hear it? Oh, excellent. You can hear it? That's beautiful. Thank you. Turn to Open G and play some slide. Don't. What do I have that I could use for a slide? I mean, I could tune it to an Open G, but I don't know if this is going to work here. No, probably not. Probably not. I don't think this is going to work. Now this has got too many. It's not enough slide for it. Smelling the stanky in here of the waft of stank. Well, that's how it goes. How about them dogs? I mean, the dogs did really good. I like the dial-up days. You never knew the internet would work. Yeah, I loved it whenever you didn't have any clue when the world was going to end. But it seems that 1999 ended, Y2K happened, and we were just fine. There's got to be some way out of here, said the Shizzy to the thief. Ah, Brandon, move your nose from your ass. And that's without a pick. I mean, usually I play with the pick on the guitar. And see, I just knocked it all the way out of tune by playing. Hey, Yvonne. Oh, yeah, that feels so good. Making me cry. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Megan. How blue can I get? When I see you, I Yeah. Repeat, Tizzy's. There was a band entertainer I wished to see and didn't have a chance. Now I got to meet Ray Charles. I mean, he was pretty awesome. Of course, Casey and the Sunshine Band was pretty cool too, as was Ricky James, bitch. Queensland, Australia, awesome. I love it. I love it. That was one of the goals that my wife and I wanted to do before all of the lockdowns and shit. We wanted to head out to go to Queensland because I wanted to go to want a tricky tune to play the Tennessee box top song. Yeah, that is tricky. That is a tricky song, especially because I didn't really do too much covers. I mean, my covers were very limited, and I didn't really play covers on guitar. Uh, Whenever I was playing guitar, I mainly played originals, and it was more punk rock. Um, Most of what I can do on the guitar, you got bar chords. You know, on guitar, that's pretty easy. You get your bar chords down, and you got stuff like this is an old band that used to play the. An old song like that. Kid will play sax as a jazz band. That would be awesome. Wants to learn the drums next. Well, and I mean, drums is pretty much just getting that rhythm down. Once you've got your left and your right hand figured out, and then you throw the feet in there, that can be really cool. I mean, most of the stuff I know are just look like little tricks, and it's the same stuff. You lived in Hollywood, California for a little while. Did you go to any of those famous clubs along? Yes, yes. I've been to the Whiskey a Go Go. I've been to the Rainbow Room. Red Light District was sort of the place that was hopping at the time. I think that was owned by the bass player for Stray Cats. I believe he owned that club or was involved in that club. I could be wrong on that though. I may be wrong. Somebody could correct me if I was. But yeah, so Whiskey a Go Go was a place that I think it was Tuesday nights they had an open mic, but you sort of had to, and they would go through like 10 bands that night, and the band rooms were really small. They had multiple rooms, and basically they just rotate you in so you could get set up, but you didn't bring your own instruments, and did a open mic for I don't know, like 3 songs is what they would limit it down to. Uh, Johnny Depp owned the Viper Room for a long, long time. Now, I don't think I ever went to the Viper Room. But what was the name of the club? It was right up the road from there. Oh, geez. I mean, it was also so much pay to play out there. That was the biggest problem with it, the pay to play out in Los Angeles. Um, that was sort of the aggravating part of it because you had the way that the pay to play worked. It was good in a way because it sort of kept the bands that couldn't do anything. Well, what they would tell you is they would give you a whole bunch of tickets and say, sell these or don't sell them. But if you want to play, it'll be $1,500. And so what you had to do is yeah, Troubadour, that was one. Roxy, yes. Some of my friends used to play the Roxy quite a bit. Um, and that was just because they were sort of the goth metal kind of thing, the goth punk stuff. They were fun, and yeah, we would hang out with those guys quite a bit, and we were sort of like the oddballs. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah. Hey, Heather, Mary Ann, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. See, this one here is a weird Squire Fender Telecaster acoustic thing. It's pretty weird. They call it a Strat acoustic. It's really weird. But I got this for my wife because she wanted me to teach her how to play guitar. And I said, no, I'm not going to be a good teacher because I don't know how to play. But I know how to get my fingers where they're supposed to be. So I can do like little things, but and if you know how to tune a guitar, like you wanted to do a G tuning, which is really easy, you just take these two strings right here and you go, and then you take these two and you go, and you do this one. So that's a G tune right there. And then you take something that's, I got this old light bulb. You just do. It's hard to do whenever you've got something that's so oddly shaped here. And it's not perfectly flat. And this guitar isn't really made for doing this. Yeah, I can't do it with this. It's not a proper slide, but yeah, I think it's over here. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Shizzy, on the internet or computer down, didn't show up on your search till just now. 8:23 your time. Yeah, my internet is down. It's completely like died on me. They're saying that they're working on it. That's what I hear. They tell me that they're working on it, but I don't know. They might not be. They may send somebody out tomorrow, which sucks because I've got work tomorrow, and my work consists of being on the internet. I mean, like real work. Mm, if you know what I'm talking about, like work is like doing the kind of things that you don't like to do. Yeah. So how come we can see you now? Because I am on my cell service. So that's why. My cell service is working. Let's see. What is it? I think that's out of tune. No, maybe. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Leaves a phone around. That's so hard to sing and play. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I could play bass a little better. Say the letter I, spell the word, and the word nest. If you're not gay, well, you said you're not gay, Anthony. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're not gay, Anthony. I hope that you are happy being not gay, or you can be as gay as you like. That's fine. I mean, I don't mind if you are that way. That's your thing, but only if you want to be. And if you are, that's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it against you. Trust me. But there are times that you don't want to be. Oh, live chase just popped up. See, and I can't even show it to you guys. I think it's going to great to see you on the phone too. A unique perspective. Yes, it is a unique perspective. Trust me, I don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure that it looks better than anything. So you don't do YouTube full time? You have a job? Yes, I do actually have a job. I do work like most days. I have to, file things. And I work as somewhat of a paralegal and so much as a phone service. Let's see. Let's see. So, yeah, I can't do that on acoustic. You hurt your wrist by playing too long. Please don't want to see you hurting. Well, and see, I can do these kinds of things a little bit easier whenever I'm on the phone. It looks like you should holding one of those great guitars. More of your Georgia shirt showing. Did you already play a tune? No, I don't play. I don't play songs. I don't play songs. It's too hard. Yeah, not just a smart ass. Yeah, most of the time I'm good at being a smart ass. But yeah, I do have to earn a living. YouTube doesn't pay a whole lot, just so you guys, everybody sits there and goes, "Oh, you can make so much money off of YouTube." Nah, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at drifting off the YouTubes. If I was, then I could make a lot of money and not have to do like the real work. But I have to do too much work. I mean, work 12-hour days. You love that painting? Yeah. See, she did this painting. Living Life with F&D did this painting back here in the background. But I'm good at it. I'm okay at it. I'm okay at the YouTube. Okay, not like great. I'm still learning. I mean, if I get better at it, maybe I'll make money off of it or something like that. We'll see. I just had to spend a lot of money on a video card. Trust me, that was not fun. And that's just because the one I've got currently in here, and you probably hear it screaming in the background. I don't know. It's loud. My computer is screaming right now because for love. Hey, 8765309. 8675309. Mm-hmm. I see. Something like that. All right. I got to put that down for a while because that is starting to hurt. Starting to get a little painful. But I do have a nice collection of bases, and this is 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 4 of them here. I think I've still got a fretless bass that I haven't played in quite some time. You are Mr. Beast 2.0 college. Your real daddy. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not no Mr. Beast. I guarantee you on that. There is none of that happening. Don't have a seizure. You're thinking too hard. Yeah, I might be. I might be thinking too hard. I was hoping that my internet would come back up and it would just kick right back into streaming, but Megan's Law. I mean, I'm not like I said. I do like lots of things outside of YouTube. Like this weekend, I had to repair a bench. That was something that needed to be done. My wife said, "Hey, the bench is starting." She sat down on it. It's actually a glider, and the glider broke. One of the armrests broke off on it, so I had to make a new one for it. And I'm just going to rebuild the whole thing eventually. I just don't have time to do it. The aspect of your lives is that you always acknowledge your chat no matter where you're streaming. That's what makes us chat. At least me feel part of your stream. Well, thank you. Thank you. I mean, normally I like to be stream, and sometimes like with the game stuff, it's hard to follow. But I was wondering while I was streaming it, the chat went offline. And I was like, "What happened to my chat?" And I hit pause to see what was going on. My phone goes off. My wife is just like, "Your chat stopped." It says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. And it says connecting. I'm like, well, what the hell? One thing on your bucket list is to see a 57 Gibson Les Paul sit in a Lamborghini for 5 minutes, and that's just a couple of. So that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I got nothing on my end over here. And my whole internet went down. Um, how do you deal with a woman choosing another man that you thought would fall for you? Serious question. How do you deal with a woman choosing another man that you thought would fall for you? Well, I mean, maybe the guy likes the woman, and that's a possibility. I mean, if the guy doesn't have interest in you, no, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. How do you deal with a woman? I mean, you let it go. That's how I would deal with it. I would just go, okay, and then just move on. Because I guarantee you, there's plenty other women out there, and she saw something in this other guy that just set her sparks a flying, and then sent her on her way. And there's trust me, there's plenty of women out there, and if you dwell on it, I guarantee it ain't gonna go well. It ain't gonna go well. Sometimes when the internet goes down, it's the best thing. It makes us all take a breather and just chat. Yeah, yeah, exactly. All we got was a black screen for a few minutes, and then the whole stream went down. I know, I know. And it still tells me it's trying to reconnect. If it reconnects, I don't know what will happen to the stream if it actually reconnects, or if it just continues to act foolish. I really don't know. I mean, it may come back up at any time. It could be. It says internet connection is lost, no Ethernet connected, ONT errors. Yeah, it's AT&T is telling me that things went to crap. So I got nothing on this intercept. It's just telling me there's no direct cable detected for external ONT port. Someone kicked something out. Surface light, solid white. Find the cable. Red ONT in the back of the gateway. Make sure both ends of the Ethernet cable are firmly connected and secure. Press the red reset button on the back of the gateway. Watch for the surface light to go solid white. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, that stream won't likely come back since it wasn't finished. It shows like 25 seconds only on that. We'll see. I mean, it could come back. If it does, at least your guitar is hanging on the wall and easier to store and look good. Husband played saxophone, has 3 tenor, played in high school, graduated in '74, baritone, one is older, and a new one. There was a guy that this is such a cool story. So I worked on a ship for the EPA, and we were in Baltimore, um, hanging out hanging out with at a little bar there in Baltimore. This guy played piano. It's more like a keyboard, and what he would do is he would sing. He would say, "Pick 2 songs," and you could say like some Elton or pick a musician, and then pick a song, like or pick a song and then pick a musician. So he would do stuff like Billy Joel doing like Def Leppard stuff, doing a Def Leppard song. It was hilarious and fun to watch. Really, really cool guy. And met this young lady there that was Asian. I believe she was Korean, but she was Asian. Really, really cool. Came over and was hanging out with us. We were drinking, and she's was really curious about what we were doing. We are just like, oh, we're just in town for like a couple of days, and then we're heading down to Miami. And she goes, "Oh, very cool. My brother's in Miami, and he plays in this band. I don't remember the name of the band at the time. This has been a few decades back. You should go check him out if you're there." And so we because she knew what day we were going to be there, and so we showed up, and I think her name was like Linda or something like that. And so this guy was pretty recognizable with a bunch of. They were doing like. Sort of like a Cajun, what do you call that? I'm trying to think of what it is. Zydeco music. They were doing Zydeco music. And this guy played a bass saxophone. It was awesome. I mean, this guy could play. And so we swung in there and we said, we met your sister. And he was just like, holy crap, like small world. It was like, no, she told us you were going to be playing. That's why we came down. But it was pretty cool just watching him freak out. Like, your sister says hi, you need to call her. And he was like, no, how do you know my sister? And we named him and his sister's name. He was like, you guys are freaking me out. He said, no, we met her in Baltimore, just like last week. It was pretty cool. Just gave that guy such a hard time. I had something like that last year. Someone cut the wires to steal the copper. Found out it was glass fiber. Well, mine isn't glass fiber, and it's the internet goes down on us all the time. I mean, it could be any number of reasons why it went down. So, what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to still talk to you. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me. I'm hoping I'm on my earbuds. Hoping I'm on my earbuds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my router, see if that comes back on. But I'm going to put you guys like basically where you can't see me. Um, and so give me just a second, and you should be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me. I'm going to check and see if I can get the thing happening. 2 days without internet for a bozo. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to see if I can get this thing restarted, and maybe it'll work, or maybe you won't even hear me. We'll find out pretty soon. But I'm going to see if everything comes back on like it's supposed to. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, then there's nothing I can do about it. But I know I have good internet. It's just everything went wonky on me. But I have to leave it unplugged for like 20 seconds. So that's the fun part about it. It's in like a nice little secluded area to keep all the dust and dirt off of it. So we're seeing if it give it about 20 seconds and then plug it back in. Sometimes it comes back up, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Well, if it comes back up, cool. If it doesn't, there's not much I can do about it, and it's something on their side. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that it works. But we got technical difficulties tonight. Yeah, yeah, it does happen. We aren't in timeout because we can hear him on his phone Wi-Fi. No, it's my cell phone. It's on my cell phone. I was hoping that my Bluetooth was working. I don't know what province are you in. Providence. We don't have provinces here in the United States. We understand you don't want us to see you and your Teddy Whittle. No. I'm not wearing any pants. You can't see me whenever I'm not wearing any pants. I mean, you can see me, but you don't want to see me whenever I'm not wearing pants. It's not enjoyable. For me, it'll probably get me booted off the interwebs. We understand you do. My tidy whitey. I think that's what you meant to say. My tidy whitey. I don't wear tidy whities. I haven't worn those things since I went in the military. So that was many decades ago. But no, I turned it off because you'd just be looking at a blank chair. I wasn't sure if you guys could hear me or not. I mean, Teddy Whitties. Teddy, Teddy. I know, Miss Peanut. It's hard. It's hard. It does those kinds of things to you. It will constantly do those kinds of horrible things to you. I'm looking to see if it comes back up, and maybe. Nope, it's still telling me intercept. AT&T is still having issues. Find the cable plugged in. Boom. Boom. It says connect. Yeah, I've got all kinds. It says no Ethernet cable detected for external ONT port. Huh. Well, that's not a me problem. That's a them problem. They're saying my fiber. No, there's nothing wrong with my fiber. It's something on their end in British Columbia. Oh, okay. It's since the '80s, since I was in the military. Yeah, same. I was in the military in the '80s also. You're in Ontario? Awesome, awesome. That's someplace I've never been is Canada. I've been as far north on the eastern seaboard of the United States as you can go. You're very clear on the cell phone. Well, that happens. That happens. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it doesn't. I can't tell if it's the earbuds or not. I mean, I put the earbuds in, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And it's telling me that I've got all kinds of weird funkiness going on. Let me see if I can get to the one. Sometimes you can, sometimes not. I'm thinking tonight's probably going to be a not. Your husband was in the Navy from 1980 to 1989. I was in the Army from 19. What the hell was that? It was 1986 to 90. I got out in 90. Canada's a beautiful mountains, prairies, and a couple of oceans on either end. It's really weird how that works, isn't it? You also have this really annoying, and I'm looking at my. It's not because I'm ignoring you guys. It's because I'm looking to shut this thing down. Game, and I'm going to quit game. And quit game. Return to desktop. Yes. No, I don't want to quit that. Let me save real quick because I was in the middle of doing something. I think. Oh, I could probably quit because I think it saved already. Whenever I switched over to Franklin, We'll just exit out. I'm looking past you guys. Saving, save, auto save on. I'm making sure that everything is working. Yeah, I'll just quit. There we go. Quit game. Select yes. So that way my computer stops screaming at me. Your husband is a plank owner on the Theodore Roosevelt CVN 71. Nice. Were you trying to type ladies? No, I think that's what she was trying to type. I was from 83 to 85 discharged due to injuries. Well, I got a general discharge is what I did. I still had time left to do because I did a 6-2, I think is what it was. So I got out at I got out right before the first Gulf War. And so my unit was still on call whenever I had a general discharge, but they said I could be reactivated if a war broke out or something like that. I was like, yeah, we've been, we're dealing with Cold War. I'm not really worried about it. That's about the level of war that we were having to deal with, and so I got my discharge without a problem. Um, I just had to work the system. Got my discharge. Once I got my discharge, I contacted my unit whenever the first Gulf War was starting to gear up, um, because they needed to know where I was because I would have had 24 hours to get back to get back home or to my home base. Luckily, they never were deployed. 94 to 2000, Army National Guard. Yeah, that's what I was, Army National Guard. It's still the same basic training everybody else goes through. But yeah, I went in as a 63 Bravo and got out. 13 weeks of school. Most of it was done from a hospital bed, it felt like. I had bronchitis. It was bad. Bronchitis and strep throat. That's what happens whenever you're in the South in the cold around Pine. Uh, I miss people all the time when I'm on the phone. No worries. 97 Bravo, nice, nice. Yeah, 63 Bravo got eliminated. I didn't know that until I was talking to somebody that I worked with at Honda, because he went in and there was somebody that had a 63 Bravo and he didn't know what that was. And then whenever he looked at it, you deployed 3 times. Yeah, if you were in from 94 to 2000, I'm pretty sure you would have. Yeah, but yeah, that was a crazy time. Um, but once I got out, I didn't look back. I mean, I was I did my time, my service, and moved on. It's sort of the way that life worked out for it. Luckily, I didn't have to go to war. That would have been no fun. I never wanted to, never intended to go to war. Um, that would have been going from a bad situation to a worse situation. Luckily, I was spared that. That's why anytime I see somebody that tells me, "Yeah, been deployed 3 times," yeah, most kudos to you because that if you know if you know anything about the military, how slow it can be and how painstaking it can be, and there's so many things that you want to do while you're there, and you're not allowed to do it because that's the way the military works. No computer. Your son bought you one, but still have not set it up. Sometimes I can use another phone. This much clearer to see everyone. Hey, good to see you, Shelley. You were injured off duties and was an accident with someone, and the cop said it was my fault, but it was ran out of toner. I was out of toner. Now I had a cousin that was in. Um, I think he had already been in for about 6 years at the time, and was home on leave. He was stationed over in Germany. He was home on leave, and he was working on his truck and dropped a pair of pliers in his eye. Yeah, it was a right eye. Dropped a pair of pliers, and it detached his retina all but I want to say it was about 2% of his retina was still attached, so he could see, but it was only on this side um, of everything. Like if you were standing on this side of him, he couldn't see. You wouldn't even notice that you were looking at him. And yeah, that ruined him. He was E5 or E6 whenever that happened, and he wanted to be full time, lifetime, Army, and dropped those pliers in his eye, and he was out. I mean, his old man fought in Vietnam. I mean, and it was just a military thing for his family. I think his grandfather fought in World War II, and his father fought in World War One. I mean, they were a military family. Your dad's a Navy vet, was in for 22 years. Yeah, my uncle was in the Navy for 27, 26 or 27 years. Uh, he was in Desert Storm. He was a chef petty officer, a chief petty officer. He would have been chief petty officer, not a chef petty officer, but a chief petty officer. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked for him because he wanted to be in there. That was all he wanted to do was military. I mean, he came home and was didn't like it at all. But smart as a whip, smart as a whip. He reminded me of like a small bulldog, but short and stocky, and dude could bench, insane amount of weights. He was constantly working out. Hubby was a petty officer, E4. Yeah, I was I was E4 up for E5 whenever I was working on getting my discharge. I couldn't go any further than E4 because the way the military works or National Guard works, I don't know if it still does, but at the time, there had to be a slot open for you to move up into an E5 slot. Like it had to open up. There had to be somebody that was out of the way because they couldn't just have everybody be sergeants. So I was waiting. Uh, your cousin joined out of high school in '87. She didn't tell her mom. Aunt found out at graduation when they announced it when they gave her diploma. Hey, that's cool. Mandatory military service ended in Canada in 1945. Canadian mandatory draft would now only happen if our existence was threatened. Pretty dismal defensive plans here in Canada. Well, that's why they like the United States. Because it was the captain and admiral's bodyguard, among other things. That's very cool. That's very cool. I mean, I worked the motor pool, so that was where I was at. Your dad was E7, 21 years in the army. Now that could be about right. That could be about right. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you just can't move forward. E7 is not a bad spot to be. E7 would put him. Let's see. Be it would depend if he was an officer. Because no, that's E is enlisted. So O7 would be an officer. So he was enlisted. E7, so E5. Yeah, that would be a first sergeant. All right. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. First sergeant. So you get E5, E6 is first sergeant, sergeant first class. Let's see. Sergeant first class. Is that right? I think that. Well, could be. No, he wouldn't be a staff sergeant. Yeah, he'd be a staff sergeant. The guy spent 13 years and was E6 when he got out. Yeah, because E5 is sergeant, and then you've got first sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant major. No, that's not right. It's been a while. It's been a few decades. Yeah, I could go down through it, but it's been a while. In the Navy, sorry, left that out. Oh, in the Navy? Well, in the Navy, still be enlisted. I mean, he wouldn't be an officer. That's what the E stands for, is enlisted. Yeah, it looks like internet is still trying to resolve itself. I don't think it's going to resolve itself. It's got it's got this really weird thing. Please follow the steps in the service light is solid white. Find the cable plugged in the red ONT in the back of the gateway. And then restart the gateway. Press and release the red reset button. Huh. Well, I'm going to give that a try and see what happens. Give me a second. It keeps telling me all kinds of new stuff to try. We're going to give this thing a try and see what happens. I'll continue talking to you. Can't guarantee that you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me last time, but it's telling me to press some sort of reset button now. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And press the reset. And press another reset. It might be working. We'll see. It's telling me to hit this really weird reset button. We'll give this a try. That was worth a run. We'll see if it actually fixed. Buckled up, we're still with Shizzy. If anyone gets lost, you can find your way back. Yeah, you can. Now and see, I have a what do you call it? A tripod for the camera, so it was easy for me to set up there. I don't understand why I did it. Hey, Shizzy, congratulations on George's wins yesterday. Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And it was unfortunate that we were playing the Volunteers. It was unfortunate, and they played a really good game. I would have sworn that they had the game won had it not been for their kicker like shanking it and getting it like way off the goalpost. That kid he looked so disappointed and miserable. He did not look happy at all. So hopefully that kid, comes back and does really well. That's sort of the hope. Hope that he does really well. Your youngest enlisted in the Navy, but before he got to go to AIT, they discovered he had asthma and couldn't go any further. Yeah, that happens. It's a good thing they found that out, though. It really is. How's the expert taking it? Um, we don't talk about it. I did wish him congratulations, and he was nice. Atlanta beat Minnesota tonight. Yeah, see, I don't watch pro football, so I wouldn't have known that. It's good. It's good that they did, though. I mean, I just don't. I don't watch pro football. It's not really my cup of tea, if that makes sense. It's not really my cup of tea, and it's still telling me that there's no Ethernet cable connected. I know that there's an Ethernet connected. Turn solid white. Why would I watch for the red? Press and release the red reset button on the back of the gateway. Okay, I'm going to try this again because it's telling me different things. The expert's taking it fine. Expert's good. Volstorm, I think, was a little angry. I don't know if he was angry at me or he was just angry, but he was not happy. He was a little disappointed that happened. That's it. So it told me to press and release. So it told me to press and release. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It maybe will, maybe not. Love my letters. Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. What's the tattoo, if you don't mind? What is your tattoo? Oh, what is my tattoo of? Well, I have multiple tattoos. It just depends on which one you're talking about. Are you talking about the one on this arm? Are you talking about the one on this arm? Are you talking about this one? Are you talking about this one? Are you talking about the one on my? No, I'm not showing the one on my chest. But no, the tattoo on this arm. This would be a dragon. This was done by what is his name? I want to say it was Ken Cameron down in Miami. I had that one done. It looks better whenever you don't have hair on your arm. It looks a little clearer. And then this one here, which is a dragon or a phoenix. So this is a phoenix, and you can see the head right here. There's the head of the phoenix, and then its wings are spread out, and it's got some nice little pieces around it, little like flames and stuff. That one I had done down in New Orleans at the Electric Ladyland. The owner did that one. Damn now this man is a Z daddy, a Z zaddy. Yeah, the one on my arms. I never only ever saw the one on your arm. Hey, whatever you want to share. No, well, no, and then this one here was I think this is the first tattoo that I had, which was initially just a skull. The guy was I don't know why, but I let somebody practice on me, and so the skull. That's why it looks all messed up. And then I had somebody do a little bit of correction on it, but how it was a chop shop I went to, and they were horrible at it. This then of course I have this one here, which is just like a friendship bracelet, and then a little cross there, and I've got a goonie right there. See, that's a goonie. And then on this arm is just another tattoo that turned out horrible. Another practice tattoo. Uh, Show your tramp stamp? No, Jim, I can't show that one because that would show the hair. You don't want to see that, the hair on my back. No, I don't have hair on my back, but it sounds funny when you say it. No, it's I don't have any tattoos on my back. You want to become a tattoo artist? Good luck. Good luck. It's more than just tattooing. Now, what you can always do is you can draw things for tattoo parlors. If you have a knack for drawing things, you can always draw things at tattoo parlors, and then they can try them out. A lot of times they'll purchase them. If you have a good book of designs, think black and white. Usually is the best way to go with those, and throw in some color. Just turned 32. He got his first tattoo. He was always wanting to do that during his teen years. Yeah, I mean, a friend of ours. He had his diabetic bracelet tattooed on. It shows that he's diabetic, but he's had diabetes almost his entire life. Tattoo on your foot. Yeah, Megan. That's one of the most painful spots you can put a tattoo. Anything that close to bone is going to hurt. Your youngest daughter has a full sleeve of the Beatles. She gets attention at the time because it's beautiful. Well, that's good. That's good. And finding good tattoo artists is always good. Got a rose done. Always told him he could do that when he was an adult. You drew your own tattoo. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people will. A lot of people will draw their own tattoos. I've got an idea for doing more tattoos, but as older I get, the less important it is to me. I mean, I may get them done at some point in time, but that's just if I do, it's going to probably be full sleeves, um, my back, and get the stuff covered on my chest. I do have an idea for what I want to use to cover my chest up. I mean, it says something vulgar on my chest, and I want to get it tattooed over. And it's really crappy. It looks like a prison tattoo. So I want a dragon above the wrist on the inside, but your son needs to draw it. Well, and also you have to remember that with tattoos, um, as your body shifts into different positions and age, and as you get older, skin starts to sag, wrinkles form, all that kind of stuff. Those tattoos take on a whole new shape. So keep that in mind. Well, thanks for sharing this. You see, that is something we don't see when we see you online on your computer. Well, yeah, that's, I mean, I usually don't talk about that. Your dad, who was 77, wants a tap, but my mom won't let him. But yeah, yeah, I have them. Well, I mean, she doesn't want to look at it, then, that's sort of something you got to decide, as a family. That's your next step with your babies. Start doing digital next? Yeah. Oh, I'm 73. I'll remember that. Yeah, no, that like I said, and whenever you get to a certain age, it won't matter if you have a tattoo on there or not. I mean, also the skin tends to get a little bit thinner, um, so it could hurt more. Also, you might bruise a little easier or swell or stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I've never gotten a tattoo as an old person, and I've never given a tattoo to anyone. I've never given anybody any tattoos. No. Can I ask what was my profession? My profession, as far as what did I do in the military? I mean, I was a mechanic in the military. I worked pipeline construction after the military. Well, while I was in the National Guard, I worked pipeline construction. That was one of the reasons why I got out. Is because I was losing money. I was making a lot of money in pipeline. And then whenever I got out of pipeline construction, I went on tour with a band for a couple of years. Ended up in Georgia, and I've worked all kinds of jobs, but my current job is a paralegal. So paralegal slash phone operator. Support your local Brown Boys if you want to. Um, but yeah, I mean, before I started working as a paralegal, I worked for Honda for shit. I don't know how many years, quite a few years until my hands stopped working. They just got worse. I mean, I was still playing music, but over the past, I don't know, 15 years, they've gotten much worse. The arthritis has gotten to a point where it hurts. Oh, damn, you slapped a bass. That's right, CK. Yeah, yeah. I can still play bass. Yeah, I still get down on it, but I don't. But yeah, no, dude, you're past your bedtime. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate it. And no, I'm still not going to sleep with you. It's not going to happen like that. I mean, it's okay that you feel that way, but you can feel proud knowing that you're right where you need to be. you you can do you, man. You do you. That's how it goes. But my phone actually, yeah, you're right. You're right, John. My phone is actually down to about 14%. So that means I will be losing internet here shortly. So I do actually have to jump off of here. And it is past my bedtime. Okay, cause your letters make you think when you're in the legal profession. I would have guessed lawyer. God, no, no, no. I am not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. Never would do that. Do you smoke? Obama runs. No, no, no. I don't. No, sorry. He's a kidnapper. No, no, kidnapper here. I don't know what you mean by that. No, no kidnapper. But my phone is down to about 13%. Thank you all for you do. You're awesome. Well, thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate it. And everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. And I don't know. I guess I'll find out if I have internet in the morning. Hooray. Maybe they'll get it fixed in the meantime. Everybody, jigsaw on the way. Okay, John. Go have fun. Go have a wonderful time. Everybody, have a good night. And I will see you guys very soon. Peace, y'all. Peace. I'll see you soon. All right, bye.